guys, it's Carla theBubblelush. So I posted some cloth diaper videos lately and you guys have had a lot of questions. So I'm going to do a Q&A video. I've got 8 questions here. I wrote them down from the comments, but I haven't really worked anything out, so bear with me a little bit. So let's, I guess, get right into it. So the first one is a question about problems with fuzzy buns. So she said that she had a big stash, but she sold them because she couldn't get them to fit right and she had issues with leaks. And so to that, I have a lot of fuzzy buns. The majority of my stash, I think I have 15 fuzzy buns. I love them. They're the workhorse of my stash, and the reason why I like them, and the reason why I think that they're great for just about every baby, is that they are so customizable. You can customize the legs, the elastic, so they should be able to fit perfectly around the legs. You should be able to get to a fit where it's not leaking out the legs, and it's customizable. The elastic on the back, right above the little butt crack, that is customizable, so you should be able to get a really good waist fit. The problem I have with some snap diapers, like sometimes my Flips or Bum Genius, is that sometimes your baby is in a tweener stage, where the snaps just don't fit right. They're in the middle of it. They're in a tweener stage. That's really the best way I can describe it. And the great thing about fuzzy buns is that when they are in a tweener stage between snap settings, you can just let the elastic out a little bit or tighten it up depending on what snap settings you want. So you should be able to get a perfect fit where there's no leaks. So if you have your fit right on your fuzzy buns, if you have your elastic adjusted correctly, you don't want to be leaving red marks, but you do want it to be a snug fit, then the issue, I would assume, why you are having leaks is that you're having repelling, which is probably some sort of buildup. I am really not that great at assessing like laundry problems and figuring out how you need to tweak it, as evident by my microfiber video, where I went through like 40 different wash settings in order to kind of sort of solve my problem. Like, I'm just not very good at it. But the women on the cloth diaper channel, which I'm a part of, but they are amazing at it. And what I would suggest you do, if you ever have any issues with buildup or ammonia stink or rashes or anything like that, put a question over on the cloth diaper channel's Facebook page, or email the Facebook or the YouTube channel and ask them, because most likely they can come up with it. We all put our minds together and we figure it out. But right now, my mind is not figuring it out. But what I'm saying is, fuzzy buns, I think that they're a really great diaper. So between getting your elastic settings correct and making sure you don't have any buildup or residue that's causing leaks, I don't see why you would have any problem with fuzzy buns. I never have. And I think that they're a good fit because you can customize them if you have a small waist and fat thighs or chubby thighs. Babies don't have fat thighs. They have cute little rolls. So do I. Or if they have skinny thighs and a big waist, like whatever it is, whatever the combination is, since they're all independent, it is super easy to customize the fuzzy buns to your baby. So I think that they're a really good starter. If you're in a sea of cloth diapers and you're trying to figure out where to land, I would aim for fuzzy buns because they're a good place to start. Okay. Okay, so someone saw that I was talking about the Bum Genius second sale, and you're correct, those don't include inserts, so which is why I suggested buying more pre-folds, because pre-folds are really cheap. They wash up really easily, because if you ever have any problems with them, you just, like, I don't know, boil them or bleach them or whatever. Like, they just clean up really easily because they're cotton. And microfiber and we're in a fight. We're so in a fight. But if you want to buy the Bum Genius microfiber inserts that usually come with them, you can get them at kellyscloset.com. I looked up this price. This is one bit of research I did. You can buy one insert for $3.50, or you can buy a 6-pack for $18, and that works out to $3 an insert. So as you can see, the inserts are more expensive than pre-folds. However, the microfiber inserts are more trim than a pre-fold. So if you're looking to get these Bum Genius for like a newborn, not a newborn, but like tiny baby, you might want to get some inserts, like microfiber inserts, because the pre-folds are a little lumpy. I'm 5 minutes into this. Oh my goodness. Anyways, oh, Carla, I thought you had more diapers. For some reason I thought your stash was bigger than that. It is. So I have, oh gosh, I couldn't even really hazard to guess, but I do have a lot of cloth diapers. The ones that you saw in that video is just kind of a good representative of my stash. I had, you know, kind of at least one of each of the different types I have in the drawer at that time. But at any given moment I have diapers that are in the laundry, or diapers that are in a wet bag, or diapers that are in my diaper bag. So I don't think I've ever had my complete stash cleaned and ready to go, except for maybe right before we went to San Diego. Every diaper in the house was clean, but that's the last time. Like right before you go on vacation, you clean all your diapers usually. Who wants to travel with a dirty diaper? But besides that, usually there's always a diaper either on her butt or dirty. So my stash is bigger than that. That was just a representative. Anyway, okay, then I had a question about Rumperooz. Do you really like them? I've heard issues with leaking and repelling, the same thing. My Rumperooz, I really like them. The first time I got one, it was Kelly's Closet sent me one of their free one-size diapers, and it was the green Rumperooz, and I was just in love. I wished it was a slightly girlier color. I'm not a huge fan of that green. I don't know. Probably if I had a boy, I'd love it, but it's kind of a weird color for a girl. Anyway, for Hannah. But I loved the diaper, and I was super impressed by the quality of it. I love the inner gusset, which is, it totally just collects all poop. There's no spills, no leakage. The one thing to keep in mind about a Rumperooz is that it does have kind of a low ride, like it sets low on them. So because of that, if you're, like I do fuzzy buns all the time, and the Rumperooz just fit a lot different. And so that's one thing to keep in mind. And also sometimes I have issues because I like that the fuzzy buns have the hip snaps. And the hip snaps, what they do is they control how big the leg hole is between the hip snap and the elastic. That controls the leg. And then you've got the 2 snaps for the waist. So you got the elastic in the back and the 2 snaps, and that controls the waist size on the fuzzy bun. This is getting way too complicated. Anyway, the Rumperooz does not have a hip snap. And so because of that, you only have 2 snaps on each side that control both the fit on the waist and the fit on the legs. So for some babies, Rumperooz are not going to fit. I would think that if your baby had a really big thighs, you might have issues with Rumperooz. But that could be true if you had really small thighs as well. Hannah just has like kind of muscular thighs because she's been walking so long, but I don't know. Rumperooz work really well for us. The quality is definitely there. The inner gusset is great if your baby is a exploding pooer, but I wouldn't go out and buy 20 of them until you see if they fit your baby. I would just be cautious with that. Okay. Oh, why do I have a variety of cloth diapers? This is a really good question. They also wanted me to suggest just one diaper. If you could only pick one diaper, which one diaper would you pick? And if I had to go with just one diaper, it would be fuzzy buns. Yeah, it'd be fuzzy buns. I like them a lot. But I have other diapers that I like a lot too. I really like the Bum Genius 4.0. I think the suede cloth is awesome. I think the fit is really nice. I love the colors. I like Rumperooz for when your baby's having like a exploding poo day. Like I said, they're great poop diapers, and they're really great overnight diapers. The Rumperooz are super easy to stuff and double and get really big. And then for, you know, like quick daytimes, especially when I do not want to have to do, you know, 14 pocket diapers and 14 inserts and just have this like huge load of laundry. If I'm just like hanging around the house during the day, the hybrids where you just like lay the pre-fold in and you have a cover, those were great for around the house. And they keep your diaper load kind of nice and small. And the benefit of having a smaller diaper load is that everything seems to get washed a lot more thoroughly. So that's one benefit to hybrids that I don't think I mentioned recently. So that's also a reason for a variety. Also, you're always in the quest for like the perfect diaper, and you always want to see like, ooh, is that one as great as everyone says it is? And usually it's awesome. So one thing I would keep in mind, and this is just kind of totally weird, but I did mention it to a girl in an email one time, and she wrote back, she was like, that makes perfect sense. So I'm going to say it here. I know it sounds kind of weird, but just bear with me. Keep in mind that our babies wear diapers nearly 24/7. Unless you are doing elimination communication or your baby is in the bathtub all the time, or you have like hardwood floors and like, I don't know, pee pads everywhere. I mean, your baby's probably in a diaper all the time, right? I know Hannah is. So because of that, just imagine for a second that you wore the exact same style, cut, brand of underwear every day, day in, day out, or the same bra day in, day out. Like, wouldn't you get kind of like wear spots? You know what I mean? Like, you're just kind of like, God, it's always hitting me in the same spot. I know if I wear like, if I have like a super long day and I'm wearing the same bra like all day long, which normal people do, but like sometimes if it's just a little too tight, or I don't know, you're like sweaty, imagine how like warm it gets inside their diaper. At the end of the day, I cannot wait to take that diaper, or I can't wait to take that diaper off. I can't wait to take my bra off and just kind of like breathe a little bit, you know? So I would imagine that baby's skin is way more sensitive than mine, and they're, especially with all the moisture and stuff going on in that diaper, their skin is probably very sensitive. So one of the reasons why I like to mix it up is just because each diaper hits her in a different place. You know, the elastic waistband is a different height, the leg gussets fit differently, everything just fits differently. And so because of that, her skin kind of gets a chance to breathe, and it's not always having the elastic hitting it in the same spot day in and day out for 18 months. Does that kind of make sense? That's just kind of what I'm thinking. I'm probably way overthinking it, but that was kind of one reason why I wanted to kind of mix it up a bit. Okay, now you guys probably think I'm totally weird, but anyways, moving on. The last 1, 2, 3 questions are all about my changing pad and changing table. So the first one is someone wanted to know what my changing pad was, where I got it, how much it costs. That's amazing. It's super long. I'll tell you where I got it. I got it at a consignment event. I think it was like $4. It was amazing. I saw it. I noticed that it was a lot longer than any of the other ones I saw, had come across, whatever. And so I just snatched it right up. I also loved that, you know how the plastic has kind of like a quilted texture effect on most changing pads, and some of them are like sheep and some of them are just like kind of like a crosshatch. This one has roses, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. So I have no idea what brand it is. I have no idea. I'm not a big help. Sorry. I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it at a consignment event. Okay. This question is really good. It's they're asking, how do you keep her on that changing pad because my baby rolls off all the time? At a very young age, I have to preface this, I was a nanny for years before, and I had to deal with a child that hated the changing pad, and she always wanted to roll off of it, and it was so dangerous. It was so dangerous. And the parents were very insistent that I change her, like, on her changing pad, on her changing table. And so I was just always so scared that she was going to roll off. So from a very young age, whenever Hannah tried to roll over, I just told her no. And I wasn't like super mean about it, but I was stern because I think that it's a safety issue. So I never let her roll around. And when she does, I kind of stop the situation and I calm her down, and I either hand her a toy to distract her, but I let her know that it's not okay for her to roll around on the changing pad because, you know, I don't leave her unattended or anything up there, but it only takes a second and it's really dangerous. It can be really dangerous. So she just knows that she's not allowed to roll over, and that's the rules of the bubblelush household. Another, and the very last really great question I have is, do you actually use your changing pad? Because most moms I hear just change their baby like on the floor in the living room. So occasionally I do. If I'm having like a super lazy day, if I'm just super lazy and I know it's just like a pee diaper, I'll change her out in the living room. Like it's not a big deal. Especially now that I can actually say, Hannah, can you go get me a diaper? And she can go into her room, and if there's a diaper like in her clean laundry hamper, I haven't put them away yet, she can like bring me a diaper. It's amazing, and I need to not do that because I need to use that for good, not for evil. So, but 90% of the time she gets changed on her changing pad. And the great thing is that, I mean, all the cloth diapers are in that drawer right there, all the wipes, everything we need is just right there. And the one thing I found is when you change her in like different locations, sometimes like we just resume play and like Hannah goes back to play and I start picking up toys or something, and then like there's like a dirty diaper just like laying around. It breaks the routine, and the routine I have is that we go into her room, we change her diaper, you know, she like grabs one of her toys or a blanket or something that she sees in her room and gets all excited about, and as we're walking back to the living room, we pass by the bathroom, and I go into the bathroom and I put it in the you know, I rinse it out and put it in the wet pail, dry pail, wet bag, dry pail. So it's just a routine. As we're walking back, I just pop right into the bathroom, and I notice that when I change her in other locations and that routine is broken, I'm not as good about getting the dirty diaper back to the wet bag. This sounds so gross. You must think my house is disgusting. I'm just being honest. So I know that there are lots and lots of questions about cloth diapering. Sometimes it feels very overwhelming. One note that I wanted to do is that Econo Bum sale that I mentioned to you guys, that is only good through the end of November, so really think about it. Like, Black Friday deals are coming up, the Bum Genius second sales, those are probably going to run out, and the Econo Bum sale is only good through the end of November. So if you want to start your stash, really talk to your partner or whatever, or look at your budget this week, because those sales are going to end very soon. So if you have any more questions, leave them in the comment below, and I will talk to you guys later.